Hello everybody, welcome to episode 7 of the Tamagotchi Afterlife series here. So let's get on to the Tamagotchis themselves. So first off, we got the wonderful angel, which just evolved right now. So, clean up its poop and everything. And wham. For those wondering what the last stage was, the last stage was the whole circle thing with the wings. The blob with wings. But we've evolved with a different blob with wings this time, as he got big old lips and the ring and everything. So this is the bad evolution. Was you need 5 care mistakes, and you want to keep the TP level low. And that's how you get this wonderful dude right here. So pretty awesome. I do love the look of him and everything. I did want to experiment around with evolutions, so I want to do that with this angel. Because the angel does not take much effort to lower down its stuff or whatever. And then for the devil, we're back to this guy again, because that's just kind of how this works with this one. And I don't know why the DP raised so much. Like, it was really low, or not low, I guess, because what is it? It does start off with like a decently area of DP. But man, when it like woke up this morning, like the DP was so high, and I was like having to drop it down today. Like, I don't know what event happened at night, but man, when I woke up today, I was like, whoa, and I was like, nope, gotta fix that. And I was like, crazy to think about that. I take pretty decent care of these guys, so at least now or currently, because I've learned things, and also I learned how I probably want to hold them in my pockets and stuff like that, so it's whatever currently. Trying to figure out how to lower DP though pretty quickly, because like that's the major thing. See, sometimes you can't, like, double-click immediately, or put it out another one. Wham! Look at that, though. He's doing good. Overall, not too bad. So these guys went out with me today. We went around looking at stores and stuff like that. We went to go check out a new Hobby Lobby in the area. So, we went and checked out some cool things there. Picked up some random things. Mainly model kit cutters, because they actually had those there. I've been trying to find some really smaller ones, and I finally found a bunch of those. So, excitement there! Whee! For those who watch my beat 'em on videos, you understand the excitement. But, if you don't watch my beat 'em on videos, then, yeah, don't understand. Besides that, I did also pick up some cool little poster-type things or whatever. Every time I go to Hobby Lobby, I usually pick up a bunch of game room stuff. Because, like, what is it? In Hobby Lobby, they have a little section towards gaming and everything like that. So I went around and picked up some of that stuff. I need to show off the modern setup at some point again. The retro setup needs a lot of work, which is kind of sad, because at some point, the retro setup will be used in a Tamagotchi and a Digimon series. Actually be used in a few Tamagotchi series and a few Devilgotchi series, so I need to clean it up and get behind it. The issue is I need to upgrade some things. But for right now, it does me a decent job, I say. And I know I'm getting off topic here, but I've just kind of done random things to... Also picked up, like, mail, which had a bunch of Atari games in it. And one package from Professor Raichu, which was a wonderful set of anime games. But overall, we've been just dealing with these two. They have not mastered much. Throughout the day, I just kind of abused this one on purpose, because I did want to go down the different evolution path. So this one got abused, and he just had to deal with the abuse. I'm not going to give him anything just yet, because I think I need to remember what trying to remember the evolutions and stuff like that. I have to go look back at like older notes. Or I'll go look at actual guides, because that does exist now. I don't know why. Sometimes I don't like using guides, and sometimes it will. It's one of those weird things. I think the bigger issue is a lot of them aren't like set up nicely enough. There's certain guides out there that aren't set up well enough. That is one thing I could say. Humulos, he does like a lot of Digimon guides, and his guides are so nice. Like, they're just amazing and spectacular. And I think like the effort that goes into all of his work is like some of the best for the Digimon community. And I really wish Tamagotchi had something like that sometimes, because these are cool, but man, people's evolution charts are either not really well written, or they're like, there's a lot of them are not done written properly or anything like that. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's cool to look through it all and everything, but like, what was it? When I was trying to do my connection series, like, there was so much misinformation out there that it's just kind of hard to keep up with it. And that was the issue I had with the Katai and Akai part of the original connection series, because I thought they would marry together. Because I read one thing that said, and then another thing that said, and then a different thing that said it would. Finally learned they can connect, just not in the sense I was kind of thinking of, or whatever. They can't, like, do a married connection. Japanese Tamagotchis are weird. I've the connection line, I learned that after the fact. Someone gave me a chart and everything, and I've learned off that chart now. So, I've learned my lessons. I've learned bits and chunks and the wonderful things. So, I've learned now. And then with the Angel Gotchi, this guy is a bit interesting in ways, because there's the American version and the Japanese version. I don't know if there's that many heavy differences. I do know there's some, because people always used to point that out to me or whatever. So, I do know there's, like, light differences. I'm currently running a Japanese one, and the American one has more of that, sketched out writing there at the top. If you do, because that's what the American logo looked like. The Japanese side the Japanese early Tamagotchi art was very much more basic, I'd say. I will say that, the Japanese side of Tamagotchi had some horrible art direction at the beginning. Because, like, for example, look at the art they first started off with. Like, it's just a lot of weird blob type things. And I get that's what they look like on the devices themselves, but, like, congrats to the American team for trying their best and, like, trying to make marketable characters and stuff out of it. Because I could not imagine how you do that. The idea that they just sat down and handed you this, and they were like, make something. And you're like, what? So, like, congrats to the American team for doing their best. And I love the original American designs. I love the Crayola aesthetic that they went for. Like, I could not imagine being handed this and just being like, do your magic. And it's like, what? At some point, the Japanese side did start getting better with their art design. And that's one thing I can appreciate, is that at some point, Bandai started taking it seriously. After it became, like, a whole famous series. Which, hey, I wouldn't blame you. The idea that little beeper devices like this probably would catch so much attention. Hey, I mean, because you gotta think about it, at the time you had actual game consoles, and then you also had, like, the Game Boy and stuff like that. Like, there was very much a different market, and I could see, like, the slight fear of, like, something simulation-based at the time. Because there wasn't many sim games, I don't think, really, towards... You did start seeing more and more of them, but, like, I couldn't imagine sitting down and being like, yeah, let's start a whole, like, raise a creature simulator or whatever. Because you have to sit down and think about it, because you had to, like, imagine how they would have sat down and been like, okay, this is what we're doing, you gotta, like, raise a creature or whatever. Like, I can see that. Like, you have things like SimCity and stuff like that, but you don't have many sim-type things, really, at the time, that really had this whole, like, growth element to it. And I know many people probably be like, but there was other sim things, and I'm like, yeah, but most of those kind of come from one developer at the time. So, you can't, like, you gotta give Bandai some credit for coming up with this, like, whole idea here. And I know there was, like, other type of V-Pets, I think, before the fact, or they might have been around the same time, to be honest. Or a bit after. I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, there's very, very interesting designs out there, especially when you look at something like other V-Pets, like Tiger Electronic and stuff like that, who went for a more realistic approach to their design output. So, well, I did see some of those the Gigapets out in the wild. I thought about grabbing some, but they didn't have the one I wanted. That's it for my rambles today. We did evolve, and we're still stuck on this little devil stage here. Of course, we'll be stuck on him for a little bit, because we had to let him evolve and everything. We gotta get him ready. He's gotta get ready again. Ready for the world that is out there for him. And someone did point out to me that this is discipline, and that this icon is supposed to be a handshake. So, fun fact for y'all right there. And I also think this one has something a bit different to it as well. Can I see the artwork on this one? I can't, dang. Does this one have the thing? I don't know. So fun fact about the Angel Gotchis is there's certain versions of it that actually have different icons at the top and bottom. I was trying to see if I could see the icons on this one, but I can't. So, little fun fact for y'all there. The Angel Gotchi is a bit different in places. But that's it for now. I don't have much more to talk about because it's just one of those weird little days where I kind of just went exploring and stuff like that. And I doubt many people will be interested in hearing my life and going around to, like, hobby stores and looking at, like, things. Or maybe they would be. I don't know. I feel like at some point it'd be a type of thing to look into. Like, I thought about it, like, that idea for, like, Christmas or whatever, like setting up ornaments on a tree, but don't really have something like that for Halloween. So, we'll get there at some point, though. But that is it for now, so thank y'all for watching, and we will see you next time. So, woohoo! Now time to go watch a movie, because I picked up one horror movie today, and that was Trick or Treat. So, I'm excited about it. I also picked up Ghost in the Shell. Like, both of them are $5 at, like, Barnes & Noble, which is insane to think about that. But, that's it. Woohoo! Bye.